And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. What I want to talk about today is about being angry. Now, I have a saying that I like to use, and that is if you are right and you get angry, you're wrong. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, basically, being emotional is feminine. We want feminine creatures to be emotional. We want women to be emotional in good ways and in bad ways when necessary. But for men to be highly emotional, that's a problem. Because emotions tend to override rational thinking. And in order for us to survive as a species, it is critical that at least half of the population focuses on rationality and logic and what it takes to progress and grow. And very often emotions get in the way of that. I'm not saying that emotions per se is a bad thing, because it can help you to make wise decisions, and it can also help you to feel joy and to feel alive and to feel passion in general. But if negative emotions take over you, that is not good. Actually, it's the opposite. Like, in terms of, we want to be able to channel our emotions and to control them using our rational brains and logic in order to do so. But if you become angry, I mean, that's something that no one wants to be. Yet a lot of people still seem to be kind of caged in that self-imprisonment of sorts, because they can't control their anger, or they can't control how they speak to someone, or they can't control being annoyed. That's a problem. Where does this all originate? Anger originates from the fact that you are blaming a circumstance or another person for the situation you are in. Now, that's the opposite of leadership. Leadership in general, like, my definition for leadership is to be able to take 100% responsibility for everything that happens in your life, and also in everyone else's life. That's leadership. To be able to lead someone to somewhere else because you know you can do something about the situation. So back to anger. When you get angry, you're blaming, which means that you believe that they are the solution to the problem that is happening right now. But when you make them the solution to the problem that is happening, you are basically saying that you can't do anything about it. And that means that they are the leader and you're a follower of them, trying to get them to make a move. And when they make a move, then you'll follow them. It's a very victim mindset, and it's not going to help you to get anywhere. What you want to do is to be able to not be angry, and to rather seek to understand the other person of why they might be upset, or why they did the thing that you feel was not right, or why the problem occurred. You're just seeking to understand. Once you're understanding what actually happened in the situation and how you got into that situation in the first place, there's no reason to be angry, because what actually happened was either because of a lack of your understanding and education, or the lack of understanding and education of the other person, or several people. But who's responsible for them understanding and them having a lack of education? And if you look at yourself as a leader, and you take 100% responsibility for what happens to you and the people around you, that means that you have not educated them or communicated something to them that they needed to know in order to perform or in order to do what you felt was necessary to do. So you see, everything comes back to you as the leader in your life. And if you get angry, no matter how right you are, you're wrong. So what does that mean in terms of, okay, well, if someone gets upset with me and want to attack me, well, then that's self-defense. But I do it, I would defend myself not because I'm emotional, but because it's rational and logical to do so, right? Self-defense is necessary when someone else attacks you. But it happens very, very seldom that someone actually attacks you. And most attacks normally come in terms of verbal attacks or a disagreement or someone basically threatening you. And you can fix most of those things simply by using techniques in the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book is amazing, written by Dale Carnegie. Fantastic book, written like, what, 70 or 80 years ago, about how to treat other people. So if you understand some of the principles in that book, you'll make sure that you're always able to win a friend and influence someone to do what you want them to do, not in a manipulative way, but in a win-win way. That is positive for both you and the other person that you're communicating with. Simply put, what I want you to remember from this video is if you're right and you get angry, you're wrong. Now put down in the comment section what you feel about the issue, and at the same time, like, subscribe. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and I'll see you again tomorrow.